Issue 30, Stormbringer magazine. A bumper issue of 10 Hobgrot Slitters and the missing Gryph-hounds from issue 27. Hello and welcome to The Lucky Roll, an eclectic channel for eclectic games, and today we're going to be doing issue 30 of Stormbringer magazine. Now, one thing I should point out with this issue is that there was a special note included by Hachette, basically just saying that 2 of the sprues were not included in issue 27 of Warhammer Age of Sigmar Stormbringer, so they have been included with this issue. So the 3 Gryph-hounds that you were missing from issue 27 are included here, and if you're someone who's just picking up random issues, so if for example you wanted to grab the Hobgrot Slitters, this would be the issue I'd recommend you get, because you get 3 Gryph-hounds as well for the same price. So having a look at the actual issue itself, the first thing we see are slaves to darkness. Now, slaves to darkness are basically humans or mortals who serve the chaos gods. Now, they're basically not very nice people. They're tyrants and conquerors and absolute berserkers, and they're hoping that if they sow enough destruction and wanton carnage on the mortal realms, they will be made immortal kind of demonic princes and will be allowed to do it forever. So as you can imagine, there is a lot of carnage and collateral damage with these things. So their bloody origins are, they're not just good people in the middle of a clan of people that go bad. There's actually clans out there devoted to the worship of chaos, most of whom live short, horrible, violent lives, but those that survive can become absolute powerhouse soldiers that are very hard to kill. And having caught attention of the dark gods, ironclad tyrants can ride to battle to conduct yet more slaughter, and they wear rune-engraved suits of armor and can possess strange powers and mutations as rewards for their devotion to the dark gods. Of course, you have power as price, so depending on the god you worship, their influence can kind of warp you or turn you into something horrible, such as a chaos spawn. So even a seasoned champion over the chaos gods can suddenly be turned into a chaos spawn if they've been succumbed to too many mutations or blessings, inverted commas, by their dark gods. And of course, the eternal service is that you get uplifted to a demon prince. So any aspect of your humanity or whatever race you are is left behind, and you just walk the realms as a demon prince, causing chaos. You have a nice little interesting information here on magic, and what I like about this is it's done as a kind of a tome from the College of Azir. So it talks about forbidden magic and the pitfalls for it. So of course, Tzeentch, being the chaos god that would kind of tempt so many with magic, is the ones that would kind of give gifted individuals, or try to isolate gifted individuals that have not been kind of enrolled in college or taught to discipline their magic, into kind of various temptations. So you have 3 different types of spells. You have acceptable spells, you have uncivilized sorcery, so things like the Oruks actually have their own sorcerers, which the College of Azir do not like, and you have demonic magic, which would be people who try to get too much magic too quickly with their temptation, and of course often have a sticky end. You have a new story here called Stubborn Oaths from the Dwarves. You have here, of course, the Hobgrot Slitters and some of the other alternative builds you have here. You have how to build. Now, what I liked about this issue is, obviously we had 10 Hobgrot Slitters prior to this. It's the same sprues, but it's the alternative builds. So you might think you're getting the same 10 minis again, but you actually are not. This shows you how to build the other alternatives. So you have, like, they're largely the same kind of doubles of the previous minis, but you have new kind of combinations of them, and you get a few new fresh minis out of it. So it was a nice little surprise and something I wasn't expecting. You have the how to paint Hobgrot Slitters. You have more rules, of course, and you have, of course, objective markers. And as you can see here, you need to be in range of an objective marker in order to control it. And the actual pitch battle, of course, is called Caravan of Carnage, no doubt, which is the objective marker that you need to fight over. And here at the end of the sheet, of course, you get some objective markers that you can kind of cut out for yourself. So let's have a look at the minis. Of course, here you can see that we have the 3 Griffhounds that were not included in issue 27. So if you had, this is what you would normally have gotten with issue 27, but as you can see here, that's the full pack, which you should have by now, but the other 3 are actually included with this issue. So we'll just have another quick look at them. It's the same builds essentially, but the good thing about the kit is it allows variation in the head. So even though the bodies are kind of similar, you can have a head leaning left or a head leaning right. So you do have a nice kind of little bit of variety with them, so that it doesn't look like that they're all doing the same pose. But those are the Griffhounds. It's the Hobgrot Slitters that we are here ultimately to see. So again, this is a mini that we had from the previous iteration, and I have to be honest, painting them again was a little bit of a chore because I've been spoilt with variety for the Stormcasts, or for the Stormbringer magazine. So to go back to these guys and having to learn how I painted them the first time and paint them again was it was the only time that I found that I had a little bit of a block. But as soon as I get into it, of course, I was enjoying myself, because you have some new minis like this one now. The Standard Bearer, I don't think, was in the last issue, so he of course stands out quite nicely. And you have here the guy who is blowing the trumpet, which I thought the modeling on this guy in particular was exceptional, because it could not have been easy for Games Workshop to design the kind of the blowing cheeks, so that he's literally calling for reinforcements. You have here another kind of champion. This guy I think was the leader in the other Hobgrot Slitters, because we have the peg leg guy here again, but it's another similar kind of champion or hero in a different pose, basically. he reminds me of the Native American soldier in Predator, that he's just going to stop at the bridge. He draws a line across his chest with the blade and just waits for the Predator to get him. And all you hear later is him screaming in pain as Arnold Schwarzenegger and the heroine run away to safety. Again, they're just cool little minis. I mean, I love the fact that this guy is just roaring his defiance out at, like, come and have a go if you think you're hard enough type of job. But they're very fun kind of minis. I mean, even here now, you know, he's pointing ahead. It's there's great dynamic poses, great kind of heads and varieties in them, and there's, you know, you don't have to follow the guide. So if you feel that you can swap heads, because you do have a few spare heads, do whatever you want. It's your model, it's your hobby, you do what suits you best. Unfortunately, this guy, of course, broke, but the just before filming, but I think it actually kind of looks kind of nice in the base. So I think I'm just going to put it there. Just leave it like that, and that his thing fell apart, and now he's going to throw a grenade because he can't go stabby stabby with his little knife. But again, I do remember this head in the previous issue, that he's pulling the pin on the grenade before he fires it. You have another fella here. Now, he was definitely in the last one, where he's literally throwing the grenade forward. So again, there's lovely dynamic kind of lifestyle poses, which are basically fellas just, you know, in the midst of battle. And we have, of course, the last guy here, who is basically getting ready. Now, he's interesting because the daggers, one is kind of an underhanded thing, and the other dagger is on the top. So he's obviously a very nasty knife specialist that can kind of slice up and down. But again, a very fun issue and a very good value issue, because if you're just, again, picking up random issues to supplement your armies, issue 30 is an exceptional one to get because of the extra 3 Griffhounds and the 10 Hobgrot Slitters, which, okay, it shows one build, but the alternative builds are still there. And I'm sure if you have a previous issue, you could check it out, or even if you have another box and you're just supplementing your own current forces, you can see the alternative of the builds for these. But that, ladies and gentlemen, was issue 30 of Warhammer Stormbringer magazine. As always, if you enjoy these videos, please like, subscribe, all that good YouTube stuff. And until next time, good luck, God bless, and see you for issue 31.